Hello everybody and welcome to episode 7 of Let's Play Legends of Idleon. In this first clip, this is Fun Guy. He is the NPC that is located on the Boas map. Basically what he wants is just some food items. He wants some pizza, some average strength potions, and some peanuts. It's definitely a good quest to get done early on, especially for that food pouch. It's basically the second one that you can get. So the map after the boas is the carrots, or carrot men. They drop carrot cubes, which I show off after I finally kill one. My accuracy right now is kind of not good. This is the carrot cube. It's used for a few different recipes and post office stuff later on. But that stilts quest needed, I believe, 2 or 3 carrot cubes and a few bleach logs. And it ended up giving us the scouting report and a new necklace called the Carrot Horror. It's pretty much better than the katana in most ways, and I use it for a while. So with that quest done, we can finally go back to Scripticus and turn in the scouting report. The quest after the scouting report, he wants us to find the forest encampment, which is a few maps after the carrot men's, so we're going to have to do a little bit of grinding to get there. And the rewards for these quests are an inventory upgrade, so the inventory slot C, and a small materials pouch, which is really good early on. Well, they're both really good early on. I'd opt to not go for the task that unlocks these on other characters that you create, because they're not too difficult to unlock on them. And it doesn't take that long to do on other characters. There's just more beneficial things that you can spend your merits on early on. I mean, when you have pretty much everything else unlocked, then yeah, go ahead, go for it, but there's only like 1 or 2 bags that is kind of a pain, like the inventory slot D and I believe F are kind of a pain to get. Right here, I'm just sitting here making a cramped food pouch, which is another upgrade to my food, and I was just kind of showcasing some anvil stuff. But whenever you upgrade your inventory and you go to the storage info, you have to leave the map and come back, or just go to a different map in order to see the update in that menu. Right here I'm just buying some bribes, which I believe I just bought the 5% fighting AFK gains. So right here you'll see this a lot, where I will be running out of food, or I'll be wasting materials or resources. This is my second account, and trying to maintain 2 accounts on a high level is, it's pretty time consuming. So I barely log into this one. I pretty much log in once every 2 days, which is not that great, especially because I'm, missing daily stuff, like daily tasks and daily shop resets, and I'm not doing things like killing Amarok or killing Baba Yaga when it spawns, or even doing the spikes minigame. I probably will do that sometime in the future when I have more time and when I take this account more seriously, but since it's free to play, you kind of have to like stonewall everything, because you just can't like buy time candies to Zerg and progress to somewhere into the game that you want to be. So you have to kind of take it slow and build up your resources over time, which is basically what I'm doing. I mean, right here I am kind of buying some daily stuff, but I'm also buying the rest of the stamps. Actually, I think there's one more in that shop that I still need, and I'm kind of showcasing them off. And like I said in one of my previous episodes, I do try and just show off all the stamps, what they do, and what they cost to upgrade the max level of them. The defense one is definitely one of the better early game ones. Defense is a little hard to come by if you're not sitting there min-maxing your gear. Right here I have the alien headband from the Finding the Baba Yaga quest, and I put it on my mage to give him better wisdom so I can chop better. And in all honesty, it's kind of better than the top hat. I believe it gives you more wisdom, and the mana regen is pretty nice on top of it. Also, right here, I accidentally did nothing for 5 hours on my main character, which kind of sucks, but I believe that's the only time that it's happened. And mind you, this was like a few weeks to a month ago now. these clips and whatnot, and I have been playing off and on, and I do make sure that that doesn't ever happen again. It sucks when it happens. Usually it happens when I switch devices, but I only strictly play this account on the PC, and I usually try to keep my main on my phone. So right here I ended up getting a unique recipe, which is one of the two that you can get from slimes. This is the goo galoshes, which is the boots variant of the slime equipment. There are only two pieces. There's a slime ring and the boots, and they basically just give you money or percentage money gain, which it used to be kind of good when there wasn't other options, but I don't ever feel the need to make these. It's basically just an item to collect, but do keep in mind that you will need to make a few pair per character for at least one quest moving forward, and I'll get to that when I get to that quest, but it's not going to be anytime soon. So I have a lot of clips of me opening coolers during this event, and I did get a fair amount of gems and time candies, and by the end of it I will also show all of the time candies I've accrued, and I show all the gem purchases with all the gems I got from it as well. So right here I'm just making copper boots for all my characters. None of them have anything in their feet slot, and they're really easy to make. But back to the whole gems and cooler thing, I do something near the end of the event by saving up as many gems as I can, and I end up buying basically the most expensive upgrade that you can do to your account, even though it's a World 3 upgrade and we're not going to be there anytime soon on this account. I just ended up doing it because I don't know when I will really be able to accrue like that much or that many gems normally, so I ended up just biting the bullet and doing it that way. You won't see that for probably like 5 or 10 episodes, but when we get to it I will talk about it more then. Right here I'm just kind of comparing the summer like shell helmet that I got and the copper helmet, and I basically came to the conclusion that the shell that I'm wearing is kind of best in slot, mainly because of that 4%, but also the stats are kind of negligible compared to one another, so I just ended up keeping it, and I didn't really want to waste the bean slices. But I do end up making a copper plate body, so I'm pretty much decked out in full copper aside from the copper helmet, which will pretty much carry me basically all the way through the rest of the maps in World 1, which is pretty good considering. But yeah, considering that World 1's progression used to be a lot harder back in the day, about a year ago. Well, less than a year ago, but even still. And now it's a lot easier to progress, especially defense and the way it works and stuff, and you don't need it as much, so that's really nice. So I'm kind of just buying the upgrade stones. I used to save and buy upgrade stones on my other account for daily purchases and stuff, and save them because I always thought they were going to be used for something, or maybe you could upgrade the tier 1s into tier 2s and so on and so forth, but in my opinion they're just a waste of bank space. But it does kind of bite me in the ass later because the shops kind of break during the last part of the event, and that's kind of when I need a lot more upgrade stones, and especially the tier 2 ones, but you can't really get them because the shops are broken, or were broken at that time, so it was just kind of funny how I ended up making that decision back then, and it kind of bit me in the ass because I do end up just selling most of them, even the mystery upgrade stones, which I don't really mind at all. They're a really good source of income early on, and they're not, I mean, if you're main maxing and you have the resources, definitely go for them, but now that there's an upgraded mystery stone, I wouldn't really keep the first ones. Also, I'm turning in the defeat 10k monsters and upgrading the respawn rate. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will definitely try and get more episodes out in the coming week and weeks. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.